High in the mountains of Cauca, this plant is the main source of income for thousands of people in the area. Marijuana. Jose Fernando says he has been growing it for years.
I
try to grow other crops, but nobody will buy them. So we have to grow this and the coca leaf. We can sell it easily here.
The Colombian government says that across the country cultivation of illicit crops has actually been reduced. But here in Cauca, drug production is actually up. All around this area, people make a living by growing illicit crops. You can see right there on the mountains the coca leaf. There are also some plantains. And right here, where people used to dry the coffee, it's filled with marijuana. Drugs have been fueling the Colombian conflict for decades. In fact, we're told that this area is controlled by the FARC, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, making it easier for farmers to sell their crops.
The government comes and destroys the crops. They fumigate, and they've tried manual eradication. But then they leave, and this is all that we have, so we go back to doing it.
The United States has poured billions of dollars into Colombia to fight against the drugs trade. Helicopters continue to search for cocaine laboratories in the jungle. When they find them, setting them on fire. But despite some successes, many feel the war on drugs, at least in its current form, can never be won.
El narcotráfico es una buena porción.
Drug traffickers in Colombia have drawn from their experience over the past 30 years. They have evolved into the white-collar world and move seamlessly between what is legal and what is illegal. They have political connections and have become virtually untouchable.
Colombia has just elected a new president who has vowed to continue the current drugs policy. But there are growing calls for a different approach.
El gran tema para Colombia es el tema agrario.
The problem in Colombia lies in the countryside, in the remote rural areas, with the over 500,000 small farmers who depend on drug crops. If we don't address how to help them with alternatives, we won't stop the drug trade.
Something Luis Fernando knows all too well. For him and his family, growing cannabis is likely to be the only way they'll survive in the years ahead. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, Cauca.